is done. Let's get the document up.
You can send it on the earphone.
Yeah. It's good to send. Good to send items. Yeah, we're one of those. Actually, did you see the questions? The questions will come up.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see the questions? Yeah. Is it like that?
Yes, I know.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to our guests online as well as to those who are present today. Alhamdulillah, this is our third session of question and answers. It's a great gift that we are able to attend in the masjid, worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to pray Salat al-Asr. We forget this is a very, very big blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and an act of servitude which we sometimes don't give enough gratitude for. And alhamdulillah, we have ibadah, and this deen is about spirituality and of course detailed fiqh and asking questions and answers. Alhamdulillah, we have a holistic way of integrating in this whole life. So alhamdulillah, this is one of the reasons we have the Q&A straight after ibadah, which means that we are a people of knowledge, people of questions and answers. If you do not know, we should ask, and there's an answer that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us to live in this life. So alhamdulillah, this is a big blessing for us to be able to do these two things together. So alhamdulillah, we have a few questions lined up, and so if you're online joining us, please share this link with your friends and family and post your questions in the chat, and we will inshallah pick them up as and when they come up. So would you like, Shaykh, to start with some questions, or should we open to the audience first? What would you?
Let's start.
Okay, so we have some questions that have been put through already. So what happens, Shaykh, if somebody eats during the day, completely forgetting that they were fasting by accident?
MashaAllah.
Is the fast broken? What should they do?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. If someone entered to the kitchen and mashallah found mashallah the nice smells, and by mistake he picked like food and ate it, this is there are two opinions. Imam Malik rahimahullah said it has to be qada. If he did that, he broke his fast and he must do qada. But the Imam Shafi'i and the majority of the ulama are saying that inshallah ta'ala he has to stop at once, and then there's no need to do qada, because the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said إنما أطعمه الله وسقاه. Allah tabarak wa ta'ala fed him. The person who ate by mistake, Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, this is a gift from Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. So there's no qada after Ramadan, inshallah. This is the opinion that we choose, and this is the strong opinion in this situation, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, look, we have some children here. We have a question regarding advice on children fasting. Should they fast? What do you advise regarding this, Shaykh?
For children, it's good to train them, but it's not compulsory for them. But it's good to train them about siyam, about fasting. Even it's not full day, like 2 hours, 5 hours, half a day, quarter a day. The more that they grow up, that they will get used to it, inshallah ta'ala. But it's not compulsory for them, but it's good to train them as well.
Alhamdulillah.
Maybe some brother.
Yes. Any questions here that you would like to?
Yes, please. What's the minimum age for children to start proper fasting? 30 days.
There's no specific age to start fasting. It's called al-bulugh, taklif. How to say that? Taklif.
A legal responsibility.
Yeah, legal responsibility. When some signs appeared for a child.
Good.
Yeah.
Any other questions here in the audience?
Just got back to that question about children. Because my son's he's 10 now. Does not feel big guilty that he's not even fasting or even like half a day or a few hours. Is this something I should be feeling guilty about, or maybe he's behind with his learning and understanding at the moment, so it's a bit difficult to explain to him, to fast or not to drink or eat anything for a few hours. He can go, for a few hours without eating anything for a few hours, but it's trying to make him understand why we're fasting. It's something that maybe further down the line that you probably teach him or explain to him.
Yeah.
Yes, so every child is unique, and I think every parent should not compare their children to other children. So that's an important thing. It's good to motivate, as the Shaykh said, but a child, especially, for example, in your case, is a very unique situation. So you should not feel guilty, no. You know your child best. You know their development and their understanding. And you should advise and train him according to himself, and not always just compare to other children. So he's 10 years old. Some 10-year-olds are fasting regularly, some are not. So I think that's the best way for you to be. You shouldn't feel guilty. You know your child best, and you will just encourage slowly that, look, he said he does 2-3 hours, so this is good. And then you can, if you increase on that, maybe do half a day, and maybe he sees his friends fasting, and then inshallah it will happen naturally. So yeah, you should not feel guilty about this at all. You know your child better than anyone else. Inshallah. So we'll take another question from pre-selected ones here. We have smoking whilst fasting, Shaykh. If someone was to do this, smoke whilst fasting, is there a qada or a kafara or both for doing this?
Is it like
deliberately smoking cigarettes, for example?
This is like a qada and kafara. It's not just qada. It's qada and kafara. Because smoking is like eating and drinking. Well, basically release and relieve the body, and it's kind of food for smokers. So it has to be after Ramadan, qada and kafara. Kafara, which is siyam, fast 16 days, 2 months, or feed 60 people, poor people, feed them. These are 2 options. The third option is not existed anymore.
The third option used to be clothing people, or what was the third option?
It's not existed anymore, the third option.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question we have, Shaykh, is regarding traveling. So if someone is intending to travel and they're at home, do they need to start the day fasting, or can they start the day from their home and not fast?
What do you mean?
So they're going to travel, let's say, from Birmingham to London, and the traveller has got an exemption to not fast, but they're still in Birmingham. Do they have to start the day at Fajr time fasting, or can they start the day without fasting and then go on their journey later? Or must they begin the day fasting, and then if they travel?
Here, if he started his journey after Fajr, he can break his after Fajr. He can break. Before Fajr, he can break his fast anytime during the journey. But if his journey will start, let's say after Dhuhr or after Asr, This depends on the journey. If the journey is very long, like 10 hours, he can start his day with breaking his fast. But if the journey was very short, like Birmingham to London, he can't break his fast until he needs to.
Jazakallah khair.
Is it clear?
So if you're traveling abroad, it's probably advisable not to fast then.
Mm.
Is that correct? You know, what you said.
No, he can break his fast.
But can you still fast if you want to do?
Yeah, of course. Allah said, وَأَن تَصُومُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ.
Okay.
If you fasted, that it's better for you. وَأَن تَصُومُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ.
You can break it.
فَمَنْ كَانَ مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ فَعِدَّةٌ مِّنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخْرَى. If you are ill or traveler, you can do qada after Ramadan. And then Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala said, وَأَن تَصُومُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. If you fast, that will be best for you. Because Ramadan is a special month, unique. You can't find Ramadan out of Ramadan.
Well, the reason I say this, some people think, because I'm traveling, I'll just not fast for the sake of traveling. And I think, well, that might be just an excuse. You know, if you fast, you might just fast.
No, that's fine. Yeah. This is better basically. But if you feel weak, then you should take this rukhsa from this chance from Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala.
That's a very good point. In Afghanistan, the ulama used to say, you just whichever I make, when you fast, when you're traveling, you have to eat it. Why? Because this is a kind of gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you.
It's
So
not.
you need to use it as a gift. So if you say, no, I don't want that gift, and I want to keep my fast, it's kind of a gift.
Yeah, this is some scholars saying that. Yeah, it's like sadaqatan tasaddaq Allahu biha alaykum faqbalu sadaqat. It's a gift from Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. You should accept this gift. This is for the whole rukhas, like salah 2 instead of 4, siyam. The other Jum'ah, if you are a traveler, you do have to pray Jum'ah. But if you are here, you have to pray Jum'ah, because Jum'ah is compulsory. But if you are a traveler, this is like rukhsa, called rukhsa. It's a gift from Allah Ta'ala. You should accept it. But this is not for siyam.
Yeah.
This is for salah.
Right.
Okay. But for siyam, it's better to fast, because Allah Ta'ala said that وَأَن تَصُومُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ.
Yeah, this is which satisfying me.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Really says that.
Okay. Just take another question, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. If I miss a fast, can I just pay fidya instead of doing qada, or do I have to make a qada fast?
No, I mean fasting and the ruling of fast is like from Allah Ta'ala, not from us. And no one can do what he wants. But we should follow what Allah Ta'ala said in Quran Kareem. If you break your fast, then you have to do qada. If you break your fast by mistake, or you were ill, or you can't fast during Ramadan, post surgery or something else, then you have to do qada after Ramadan. You can't pay fidya unless you are not able to fast after Ramadan. If you are very ill and your illness is like something forever, and you can't fast, and or you can't stay without drinking water, some illness in kidneys or something like that, then you can pay fidya for each day you break your fast. Is that clear?
Jazakallah khair. Does everyone make sense? Anyone
Yeah.
have a question? Yeah.
Yeah. The other day you said you can use the inhaler for the people who have asthma, right?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, you can use it
Yeah.
because
I
it's
thought-
not food or drink, and it goes to the lungs. not to the stomach.
Right. Yeah. Yesterday I was coughing a little bit, and my wife told me to use that. I said, you see, if somebody is already on treatment, they might use it. But whether it's healthy or not healthy, or just make sure that's.
But Jazakallah khair, that's fine. Well, you don't have to.
Yeah. So I can use it, whichever.
Inshallah ta'ala, yes.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Jazakallah.
Last question.
One last question, inshallah. Last question. So this is not on here, but someone says they have a dentist appointment for a tooth extraction. Should they fast or should they not fast for this appointment?
No, they have to fast. They have to fast. Unless there's something regarding the tooth
That stops them.
stops
No,
it.
no, it's not. It's just a normal appointment, and they're just going to have one tooth removed.
No, it's not like an excuse to break your fast.
So you have to start the day fasting.
Exactly. Inshallah ta'ala.
And will the fast break during the appointment, or will it?
No, it's not necessary.
Mhm.
It's not necessary. Because it might be just a regular checkup, not something like serious.
Okay.
Inshallah ta'ala.
Jazakumullah khair.
Jazakumullah khair. This is last question. Yeah?
That was the last question.
Inshallah.
Finished it.
If you have anything else, I'll just.
We'll ask it tomorrow.
Inshallah.
Inshallah ta'ala.
We'll be same time tomorrow, inshallah.
بارك الله فيكم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك بارك الله فيكم
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
So we can't do the project videos. That is the one.
One second. There we go. In stream.